Janice, Cushman, and Papa Blue. Sorry, I just got here. I was bored. Ah, shit, already. I just picked up the guitar, so. I think I played enough time. It's getting under my fingers. Of course, that was for Mr. Dan Foreman. Nailed it! But am I missing a bird? Am I missing a Reggie? Todd? Okay. I think I'm missing a bird. I wonder if he flew upstairs again. Okay, I think I'm missing a bird. Okay. What can I do here? Maybe I can just play a backing track and y'all can listen to the backing track or not. And I need to go try to find Reggie. All right, can y'all hear the backing track? All right, I need to go find Reggie. Okay. Where's Reggie? Oh, Reggie. Here. Okay, here. Oh. So now we found him. Todd was upstairs in the closet. You okay, buddy? Yeah, man, I'm supper all morning. Where the fuck you been? Okay. All is well. Emergency diverted. We found Todd. Todd will get up on my finger, but like I come down here, sit down here to try to get him on camera. He's like, I don't want to be on your YouTube, man. But he'll get right up on my finger. Both of them. Reggie's the one Reggie won't get on my finger. Reggie does not care for me at all. So I have to take one of the cages up there and wait for him to get on top of the cage. Then I slowly have to pick up the cage and walk it back downstairs. Todd will get right up on my finger. But he won't hang around like when I'm sitting on the couch. You're playing to the back of the track. Yeah, Dave, we had almost had an emergency. I was missing a bird, and that was Todd. He flew upstairs and was hiding in the closet. Oh, okay, this is an A minor. We'll try this again. Let me pin the link here. And come on, hang out and jam or talk or say hi to Todd. Three dots. Pin message. See if anybody's up on Facebook. Think anybody's around that's gonna want to jam. Okay, bye. That didn't work. I'll play your crazy rhythm, play your guy, play crap, play over your good playing on another vid. Okay. Yes, I saw the email thing you sent me. It was fine, dude. Mister. All right, that's enough of that. What's it going on? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with your fucking rig, man. Don't you have like the Roadcaster or something like that? I think what you need to try to do, Steve and I were actually talking about this last night. Maybe like do a live stream, but just set it to private, right? And I think if you do a live stream, you can set it to private and then go over to your YouTube channel while you're doing it and see if you can figure out what the freak is going on. Because, I'm not Steve and I are, well, I'm not the one to come to for computer issues. Yeah, Mitch, I don't know if you saw, we had a little bit of an issue. We only had one bird. Apparently Todd flew upstairs and couldn't find his way back downstairs. I got it. So look, they're over there doing some type of gay budgie. Hey, there ain't no porno here, so none of that Brokeback Mountain budgie stuff live on the internet. I don't know, shit, it may go viral if they. It's a toasty 90 degrees. Feels like 95, 50% humidity. Well, lucky, like I say, Reggie was down here. It was Todd that flew upstairs, and Todd will hop right on my finger. He's like, no big deal. But you got to go find him. No, nobody left the door open again. Oh, let's see. Today's Monday. I get needles in my spine tomorrow. No, Wednesday. And then I get my throat slit on the 18th, the Friday. Princess of the Night. Okay, start over. That's just fast. Thanks, Dan. It'll be fine. I hope. Here, you can watch the right hand. And I think they play it even faster than that. Like, oh shit. Yeah, the ceiling fan is dude, it's got to be that close to the ceiling. They don't get anywhere close to it because the lights hang down like a lot further, and so do the little on-off thingamajiggers. Every once in a while, I'll get Todd in my finger. and we'll just go stand by the door so he can look outside. Kind of like, oh, a lot of stuff out there. Yeah, the epidurals. You know, I get those every 3 months. Those are no big deal. It's the I don't know if you can see that. Like right there, it's a big fucking lumpus. It's not cancer. At least they're saying, like on a scale of 1 to 6, it's a 4. They said they see some cells they don't like. So what they do is they go, it's a nodule on my thyroid, right? So they're not taking out the thyroid, hopefully. They go and they take out the nodule, which is probably like that big. And then whatever little, I forget what they called. Anyway, they do some biopsies while I'm under, right? So like 15, 20 minutes, they do biopsies to see if there's any other cells they don't like. And maybe they take out other stuff or... duct tape a perch rod. Goiter? No, it's not goiter. Yeah, thyroid nodules. What's goiter? Is that like the crabs or something? Yeah, there's actually, I think it's here, because people are like, what? I think if you, that was the name of the band, my last band. I got like 10 videos on the channel. Just type in the unknown. Goiter is a large thyroid gland. Yeah. But be warned. The audio is horrible. The video's horrible. It was very early on. I'm making excuses. Very early on the band because I was still using all my rack stuff. But the audio was from a camcorder and it's terrible. But it's all I have. The only thing. I wish we'd had some video from, hell, the last year. You know, fuck, after a year and a half, 2 years of playing out, get really tight. Yes. No. Maybe. Dar, just remember what I told you. The audio's horrible. It is what it is. It's the only thing, like I say, it's the only videos I have, so. It was fine. I mean, I think his vocals were fine. I'm just, fucking Nuno just kills me every time, dude. He's so good. And who else could get up there and just do all that shit pretty much note for note? Yeah, he sang well. Yeah, some people have Bob Rock at their house. But, you know, I get a lot of grief for using the MX5. I promise you, I don't care. I'm playing guitar on YouTube. I don't need a fucking Fractal and 20 grand worth of gear to play on YouTube. It sounds fine. Stop it. All right, later, Dar. I mean, it sounds different in my headphones than it does on YouTube. It sounds better on YouTube when I hear the playback. I'd much rather be playing through a tube amp, but I live in a condo, so I can't really. Okay, what's next? We got a Hard Rock Belade. What do you call it? What's right? Oh shit! Hold on. What's up, brah?
Oops!
Doing the R2. Alright, that's enough of that.
You sounding good, man.
What's up, man? What's going on, Jim? Hey, how's it going? Coy James, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Just putting around here doing some administrative work today. Quentin's on. It's lunchtime. Let's pop in for a minute and say hi to everybody.
Well, I came on earlier, and then I looked over, and I realized I was one bird short of having two birds.
Dope.
So I went upstairs, and Todd had flown up and was hanging out in the closet, so I got him back down here. So
He's out of the closet now?
yeah, he's out of the closet now.
Right on. Good to hear that everybody's doing well.
So what did you think of the whole Ozzy thing and the concert and all the players and?
I still have it right here.
Ah, okay. Yeah, some guy he's put up a ton of videos, which are still up, so
Yeah.
that's how I saw it. And I thought Ozzy did, for his age and illness, he did fine, and his vocals were fine.
There was a lot of old parts that did pretty well out there.
Yeah.
Even Steve Tyler, who was...
Oh, him and Nuno, man, were great. Yeah, that was good.
Nuno was on point. Sammy wasn't too bad. I mean, for me, the big disappointment was Pantera's sound wasn't really on point. It was good to see them, but
Yeah.
it didn't really sound right. Tool was great. Anthrax was great. Of course, the Slayer and Metallica were always on point. You know me, my long-haired ways. Yeah, I'm hoping, because I thought it would disappear at 7 in the morning today. It said, you get 2 days to stream it. Going to be gone at 7 a.m. Pacific time. But it's still on there, so I ain't going to close it.
Right, yeah.
Man, we'll just start playing it again and see what happens.
Yeah, somebody, Old Metal Man or so, I don't know who the guy was, but
Yeah, I watch that guy's channel.
yeah, he posted, and it must have been like, it wasn't like he was pointing his phone at the screen. I mean, it was good audio and good video, and
Better than anybody else's.
right, yeah, that was, yeah.
There's nothing worse than you click on it and there's some ding-dong in the crowd holding up his iPhone and it sounds like crap. It's like, get out of here with that.
Right, people are all yelling around him, and yeah. But God, Nuno was so good, man. Fucker.
Nuno, yep. It was impressive. A good day out for sure. And one of my favorite parts was when Aquaman jumped into the mosh pit for the Pantera show and was out there in the circle pit doing his fucking crowd surfing and shit.
I didn't see that, but I saw the title of the video where he jumped into the pit. Yeah.
Yeah, the madman. Oh, it certainly hit me in the feels. All those bands that I've seen over the years all back together in one big place.
There's a recent. How recent was this? Back and look here. It was an interview with Vivian Campbell.
Oh, I saw that on why he got canned from Dio.
Well, this is yeah, but it's a much long, and why he got canned from Whitesnake. But where's
I saw him with Whitesnake. Tommy Aldridge on the drum kit. That was a show, man.
Tommy Aldridge.
It was a Motley Crue concert. Motley Crue Whitesnake. Like that part there where they had the drum off with Travis and.
Oh yeah. This was posted yesterday. I don't know. I can do a link, can I?
You should be able to share screen. Or are you just going to...
I'll just share the link. Yeah. Oh, it did let me post the link there. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you're Dunky? Cheers, man. Good to see you, brother.
Oh, duh. No, that's not it. That's the backing track.
That's the wrong window.
Oh, no, I have issues. Share screen.
You need a good producer is what you need.
Hint. That's it. That's it there. Dope. Yeah, talk or whatever. Yeah, one day ago. And it's like, man, after probably...
Hour and a half. Holy shit.
After 10 minutes into the video, I'm like, fucking Vivian Campbell is so nice. He's such a cool guy. And
yeah,
very seldom I watch like an hour and a half video. It's like, yeah, I watched the whole damn thing. It's like, wow.
Right on. I'll have to cue that up later. No pun intended.
I see what you did there. Whoop, that's black screen. There's me. There.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
don't like that one. I do need a producer. Yeah, that's a good video, man. Oh, Pantera sound was horrible.
Agreed. Who was that?
Cushman.
Cushman agrees. I mean, Charlie on drums was on point. You could barely hear Phil's vocals, and I don't know what Zach Wilde thinks he's doing, but he ain't doing it right.
Yeah.
I mean, he does his thing. It definitely sounded like Zach Wilde, but there was no way remotely sounded anything like Dimebag.
And you got to wonder, the first bands or whatever, what's the mix like coming over the TV or whatever streaming, but you think they'd have rehearsed that out a little bit,
One thing I noticed, but the sound was on point for the most part as far as the band goes, but we couldn't hear the crowd.
Yeah.
When people were getting the crowd into the songs, you could
right, yeah,
you could see that they were doing it, but you couldn't hear the crowd.
And that kind of gives you some energy when they got mics on the crowd. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe they thought the stage mics would pick up the crowd.
One of my favorite parts was Bill Ward during the Black Sabbath set. One song in, he's pulling his shirt off, he's got his old man titties out, and he's just fucking giving her on that drum kit, man.
Oh, God. I think the first guitar change for Jake E. Lee, I think his guitar was just
out of tune. Huh?
Badly out of tune. He was not a happy kid.
No. It was good to see him, though.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny at the beginning because they're like, everyone's on stage and they're like, anybody seen Jake E. Lee?
Right.
He's like sculling back the last of his beer backstage.
I don't know if he was fashionably late or just like, I gotta go pee, hold on. But yeah, I know Nuno said they rehearsed for like 2 or 3 days, before that. But you have to, but.
And Lizzie Hale was on point. Boy, that girl can sing.
Yeah.
And play guitar at the same time. And she's got my favorite shape of guitar, too.
The Explorer.
Albeit with a Firebird headstock.
Yeah.
Well, she had to come up with something niche, right?
Who was the guy with, nobody can say, he had like bleached blonde short hair, was playing a triple pickup SG.
Oh, with the Tom Morello band or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea.
Like, yeah, I know. He's like somebody's nephew. They're like, okay, you can play. But just like stand on the back. Yeah, stand on the back there, because Tom Morello's there.
Oh, Way Up Dude's here. Cheers, man.
Oh, dear Lord.
Oh, yeah. They're looking fine these days, Way Up Dude.
Oh, God. Even if she had a penis, that's still not a deal breaker.
At that point, you just stay above the 49th, right?
Okay, everybody hold on to your britches. We got trouble.
At that point?
There he is.
I came up for Way Up's Avatar. That's what I came for.
There he is.
Oh, my God. Way Up's Avatar.
You're going to have to mute your YouTube, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dave.
All right, we'll get him trained. We're working on it.
Dude, I've got 3 different computers I'm on. Hold on. Where do you... Wait. Oh, I just turned it off. Okay, I didn't know it was on. Sorry.
It's all right.
Okay.
And this is a Sprite during my work time.
Yeah.
Sprite and tequila, huh? Yeah. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. So what does your audio sound fine right now, but we can't get you to fucking do a live stream?
I'll show you why. Because it's on my work webcam that's like behind my computer somewhere. This is the Lumex.
Nice.
But yeah, I just need more than 10 minutes while I'm drinking or something to deal with it. But we'll do it one of these days, right?
Yeah, that other night when you were on the stream, we could hear your guitar. It just wasn't quite loud enough, but we couldn't get your vocals because you got to have the dual mics, or dual inputs, if you will, a vocal mic and a guitar input.
Well, I mean, I have everything plugged into all that.
Right?
Yeah. So, and then this.
It's just
You know?
one button or one setting.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Hulk cam.
Dave is touching stuff again. No video.
No, for the love of Pete. See? He pulled out the HDMI cable.
There we go.
Yeah, but the HDMI cable, I realized I must have snagged it with my foot or something, and the thing's bent. You know, yeah.
Oh, now you've gone back to weird gamma radiation.
Yeah, something's wrong with my cord. Hold on. I'm going to replace my cord. Dude, I have to replace everything every weekend. I have a few beers, and the next Monday, I'm like, oh, this is what I broke. Oh, that's what I broke.
It could be worse. You could be Elbars, and you have everything set up perfectly, and then the cat jumps on the fucking Roadcaster.
Oh my god.
Those plastic covers.
That was just a disaster of a stream.
Took us 15 minutes to get him fucking set up and going, and then the cat jumps on the goddamn Roadcaster.
Who was this?
Elbars, Lee.
Damn, I got to watch that. See, I'm embarrassed to go back and watch it because I know I didn't perform and I was fucked up. I had fun, but I don't even want to go back. But the first one scared me because me and you, Trev, we were partying, and I'm like, wait, who can see this? And then I was like,
Anybody with an internet.
Everybody.
I was like, well, I don't have any enemies. Who would show somebody? But it doesn't matter. I wasn't doing anything illegal. It just was embarrassing. But I had fun as shit with you, Trev, for sure, dude.
Yeah, that was a fun day, man.
Yeah, man. But one of these days we could do that too and fix all my shit because you'd be the only audience, you know?
Yeah.
Not
Well,
yeah.
I was saying, you need to do like a live stream. Just set it to private,
Yeah.
and while you're streaming, pull up your YouTube channel, and you can watch your YouTube playback and see if things are. Try to work on it from there, maybe, or.
Well, in the EVMUXs and paid StreamYards is you can just do a recording rather than a broadcast, and then you can go back and listen to the recording, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was just snagging y'all on OBS just to see if it was coming out. And my guitar still sounds raw. I mean, because I do a lot of picking and all that, and I don't hear it as much when I play it back. So I don't know if it's what I have can reproduce what I'm doing live better than when it's, or I just suck to my own ears when I listen back. I don't know. But while I'm doing it, it sounds just fine.
There is a certain amount of YouTube compression involved. I mean, our stuff always sounds better in the cans through EVMux during the event than it does on the replay after the fact.
Yeah, that's what I meant about somebody's got one of those stadium buttons over there. You just fucking push a button and they sound like, perfect. It's like.
Yeah, well, it's time in the saddle. It's got to sign out. It took me a couple of weeks to sort my shit out.
Golf club and a ping golf club. One helps you very much.
Is this what? This comment pop up trying to scare us away? What?
See, I don't watch any of that stuff. Oh, I gotta mute it if I want to watch it. Okay, hold on.
No entiendo.
I mean, I'm not using, half the gear that Randy and Ryan and them guys are using. Or Jimmy Biter, who just walked in the room.
That's why I play against you when I'm practicing.
Ah.
That's why I sent that. I have tons of those videos, by the way, but yeah, they're just me trying to figure out OBS and all the stuff you can do with it, and then
OBS in itself is a fucking course.
OBS, I tried it. It's too complicated for me. I'm just going straight to StreamYards. That's it.
I use a software called ManyCams. Cost me about $50 a year, which is like a paid version of an OBS. But it's a little more intuitive as far as what buttons do what, where, and stuff. You don't have to spend 4 hours on YouTube watching tutorials.
Yeah. There's our computer guy.
Hello.
Speaking of computer nerds.
Hello, Mitch.
Hello, how are you?
Jimmy Biter.
Maybe he can help us with our...
Well, I do stuff with software. You got the Rodecaster, so you should be all the way there, really.
I think I'm mixing it in too much to where I just want to put a damn microphone against this, an
Yeah,
amp.
that's the easy way. That's what I did, right? I got
Is
that what
you're- Is that what you're actually doing? Is just miking your amps?
Not me. I'm going into it.
Oh,
Okay.
you're jerking your cable again. God damn it, Dave.
He's jerking his cable.
We're gonna get a whole other. Okay, so it goes from fuck. It goes to Opus, right? I go right into Opus. Then I go to Anti, which anybody knows that's basically a 5150 amp. So then I go from my 5150 amp into, and it's a pure amp. It's not just a pedal. So I go that into, the back of the Rodecaster here, and then I go in through my Alienware shit. And that's probably my mistake. I probably should just have another computer. I'm using a work computer, a gaming computer, and then my studio recording thing is my laptop in the other room, and I can't do much in there. So I think I'm going to.
You should.
Yep.
Everybody else, you should. You should only need to use one computer. I don't think anybody else is using more than one computer, right?
Nope,
I have to. Matter of fact, that I got 12 minutes because the bell is going to ring. So I'm stock stuff.
See, I do everything software. You could probably. See, I do everything with software.
Yeah, like I've got my amp and
Turn the guitar down, Mitch. Mitch, your guitar.
I'm not playing it.
It's still
You can still
hissing.
hear it.
There you go.
Well, see, there's the two ways that I know of with the Rodecaster. The one way, which is the way I do it, and Ryan's doing it and stuff, is you just put a microphone in front of the cab, and I got a microphone in front of my face, channel 1, channel 2. Now, if you're doing it like Matt McCollum Music, where he's going into the Cortex, and then he's going into a DAW, and then using the Rodecaster to feed the DAW with the Cortex, it's a different setup on the Rodecaster.
So that's the way. Isn't that the way Jimmy and
how to unmatify my Rodecaster.
And that's what because I'm using Luna for my DAW, and then I use Amp Box, but I have enough probably right here anyway. So I should just do what y'all do, like just plug
I'm not
in.
using the DAW at all, because then when you go to use your DAW, you have to use a special software to get your DAW recognized as an audio input.
Yeah,
but Randy, Trev, Randy, and Jimmy, they're going through that Saldano thing.
Well, it's a synergy with different. Sometimes
the thing that Charles bought, and that's
they're using that synergy, which is still basically an amp, and you come out of that stereo into your Rodecaster channel 3 and 4, and it's
why I use my amp
DI into it. But they're not using any DAW bullshit, right? It's just
no, you don't need to use a DAW because that's an amp already. Yeah,
and that's what Charles is trying to accomplish now, right?
Yeah, Randy's supposed to hook up with him, get a date. Well, and I'll go in there and see what he does. I mean, I thought about. I don't have to, but I don't need to get that. But I thought about buying one. I have a THR-10X,
right?
Which would work fine. I can still come in here and do it. It will work fine too. Right. But the only thing it has is just the headphones out. So I'd have to get some kind of cable if I had a Rodecaster to bypass that, to use that to go into the Rodecaster, and yeah. But as it is, I can still use it as USB audio interface.
Well, before I had the Rodecaster, I was just using a Focusrite 2i2.
That's what I got. 2i2.
And I had my vocal mic on one channel and my amp mic on the other channel, and it worked okay. But you don't get the sound effects. You don't get the fancy sliders to.
The software. If you have the software, I got the software.
And
I'm using the DAW. And
the best part is having the backing tracks loaded into the Rodecaster.
Right. See,
that eliminates a lot of latency.
I have I have Reaper, and I don't know, maybe 10 songs in there I can play with. If I click it now, you would hear it, and it would sound fine. I just have to get everything adjusted right to where. But as far as Rodecaster, I don't know anything about it. Charles, I don't know anything about it. But anyway, he did reach out to Randy. He's going to get with him.
I'm looking forward to that. He's going to rip when he gets that thing all set up.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait, too. The only reason I wanted a Rodecaster is just to play with it. I don't need it. It'd be a waste for me. I mean, I would use it, but it's...
If you have no intention of going stereo, the Duo is just fine. because then you get one audio vocal mic.
Is that what you have?
Yeah, I've got just the duo, not the
Oh, okay. Okay.
the 4-channel. Mine's a 2-channel,
Okay.
and so that's why I got the vocal
But it
mic.
still does the mix minus and all that stuff.
Mix, minus, all that back. I've got less buttons for pads. Instead
Okay.
of 2 rows of 4, I got 2 rows of 3.
That's a good bit. It's a good bit cheaper.
Well, yeah.
5 something, I think, to 700 for the road.
Well,
Rodecaster
my good friend
Pro.
Matt McCall Music bought this originally.
Oh,
And then when he found out that he wouldn't be able to do stereo with it, he sent it to me and went and bought a 4. That was my birthday present last year from my good friend Matt McCall Music.
oh my gosh, that's
Oh,
Yeah.
Timu Matt.
Emu Matt sent me this Rodecaster Duo, which
that's really
you know,
cool.
brought
Well,
my. But right now, I'm just going into my webcam mic because I don't want to wear headphones and get
Right.
all
Yeah,
stupid about it, right? So my echo cancellation is on.
I think I'm the most ghetto out of everybody. My guitar is going into the head rush. The head rush and the mic go into the Go XLR Mini, which Ryan gave me.
Right, right.
And that's USB out to the computer. That's it. There's no DAW, no other software. And somebody's, oh, it's got to be Dave.
Yeah,
We hear the
echo.
speakers.
What'd you do? You got an echo now.
See, the important thing in here is just that you got to turn off that
Well, but the
echo
most
cancellation, turn stereo on. And
Hold on, we got another guest here.
most
There he is.
the most ghetto's got to be Ben Coombs because he's just coming into that USB Snowball microphone for his audio, for his vocals, and for his guitar tone.
That's what I should do.
But he's not wearing headphones and he's not playing with others. He's only by himself. And when he's got to have Charles come on the screen to do the album covers, then the echo cancellation has to come on,
Yeah, right.
and you go into the broad newscaster mode versus the playing guitar mode, right?
I'm gonna do like Q said, play with myself for a while.
Just a quick pulling on that cable.
You gotta sit there and pull on his cable.
No, I have to replace that, and I have one in the front room, but I should have never tried to have 2 different rooms and just concentrated on one, but I'm bored. But yeah, I'll try that. To play like I'm going live on YouTube, I guess. With StreamYard, you say, or does YouTube have their own software?
Well, if you're going by yourself,
Yeah,
you can just go straight into YouTube.
Yeah, you can do both, actually. Yeah.
But if you want to have guests, it's easier to use a StreamYard or an Easy Nuts.
I would use StreamYards because that way you're gonna get used to what StreamYards does and what buttons to push.
I
Because
honestly just want to be a better guest than I already am because I can't fucking play most of the time I'm on there. So
We'll
wanna
get
get
you
it
there,
where
brother.
it's
We'll
so
get you
easy.
there.
Even if I am buzzing, I can just, you know what I mean?
That, Trev, you said Ryan does mic his amps?
Ryan does. He's got 3 cabs mic'd. The left, the right, and the center.
I'm gonna do like, well,
And then he's got the SM7B for his vocal.
Okay, okay.
4 minutes. So
But everything finally winds up into his Rodecaster.
It does, but he's got the
Everything,
3 57s coming into channel 2, 3, and 4. Then he's got a 7B going into the channel 1 for the vocal. Channel 1's always going to be your vocal mic.
Right.
And for me, I only got a channel 2, and that's my 57 on the cab. That's all I need.
Right.
Steve, are you still here? This is a kind of an announcement. I do have a special piece of gear that's on its way. I don't think I'm going to get it till the 16th, so. But a new piece of gear is about to arrive.
Ooh, very exciting.
Oh, right there he is. He's like,
For you?
you just can't keep a secret. Yes, for me.
Okay.
It's a secret piece of gear.
Oh, there he is.
That's going to be another exclusive for Guitar Talk Universe. Look, Steve's just rolling his eyes.
We're going to see you on the weekend, Steve, coming up.
He knows what it is.
2025 edition Whiskey Weekend next weekend.
What is?
The Whiskey Weekend 2025.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Nobody mentioned it to me yet.
I just did.
I know you did.
Oh, the last one y'all had was really bad. I think John DeShane actually showed his penis.
No, that wasn't the last one. We did one in the winter that was much more subdued. We did almost kill John last summer.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
that's
was
true.
bad.
Yeah, he was in a coma for about 4 weeks.
Whoa.
We were in the hospital for alcohol poisoning. Not my
Yes.
fault.
No,
Not,
because
not my fault.
he could have said no.
But I do have the Long Island mix cooked to get for this year's event.
So what the heck is going on here? I sit down to eat my lunch. I put my TV on, and this is the first thing I see, and it's like, oh,
Yeah. The
guess
guy
I'll
that
eat.
never
I guess
can
I'll
eat
eat this later then.
What a
I
sight
was
for
on lunch,
sore
too.
eyes.
Yeah, saw somethings. Yeah.
Well, I came on and played something in A minor, and then people
That
started
sounded
to
good,
come
too.
on and said, "Can we just talk and you stop playing?" So
I didn't say that.
I know that feeling.
Dave came on, has been pulling on his cable the whole time.
Now, which Dave is this?
Some Dave Dude.
Okay, all right.
Oh, that's some Dave did. Very good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, not all Dave, all night.
Nope.
No.
No.
So there you go. It's
Which, I mean,
confusing.
the proper pronunciation for that is, "Oh, Dave all night!"
Well, yeah,
Ah.
I know that. I know that.
I was like some Dave dude in Black Label Society BBS channels like a long time ago. So our forum, not BBS, hell, that was 1995. But yeah, the forums back in the day, you know. So that's where that comes from. It's not like, ooh, he's some great Dave. He's just fucking some Dave. That's that's the way I thought of it. Like just
Another
some
Dave I know.
Yeah, one of the many Daves.
Yeah, there's a shitload of them.
Yeah,
Oh, we have this kid too.
yeah.
What's up, Hack?
Is he coming up? Or is he busy- or is he-
Hack, by the way, that thing we were talking about, I sent it to Quentin. I don't know if you downloaded it yet, but
Is
Oh, that
he, busy,
movie.
is he busy slinging his
Yeah.
Les Paul?
You only have a few days, or else the link will go bad. So don't wait too long.
Yeah, people didn't like my joke about slinging Les Pauls into dumpsters.
I mean, I can't put mine down. It's just
I'm bringing my notes to
Oh.
this weekend.
I'm
good,
sure. I'm
that
sure
way.
there's a good vet in your neighborhood somewhere.
Hopefully I don't regret that.
Well, I sit down and I got to use a strap.
Actually, I'd probably appreciate your appraisal, Steve, if you come out on my Les Paul.
Right.
There he is.
There is the
It was hot.
the proper way to sling a Les Paul.
Yeah. And let's
true.
look at all of Quentin's other pictures down here.
It was hot
Yeah,
yesterday too. I wonder how bad it was for him. It was hot here.
It looks toasty. He's got
He
his
does. Yep.
jorts on, and
humid.
look at those guns, though, man.
Right?
He's got some guns.
He
If
does.
we were that short, we would have guns too.
Well, he's been picking up a Les Paul every day for God knows how long.
Oh dear Lord,
I should put some fresh strings on my Ibanez, too.
Nice.
there's Sean Hockey.
Hey, Sean.
Sean?
What do you use as strings?
Eh.
Not just the company, not the. Sorry.
Blue! How's it going, Chris?
Diodera for me.
Yep. They are the best.
I don't mind Green
There's
Day.
Sarah.
I probably couldn't tell the difference.
Wait, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, we have Guitar Hack.
Oh, how's it
There
going,
he
guys?
is.
You're
How are
just
ya?
in, you're just in time. We're about to play that 20-minute Pink Floyd in E minor.
No, we're not.
Gotta go.
Let's play some guitar stuff on stage, like Guitar Hack. What was that, a video? Let's watch that.
No pictures.
Oh, picture.
Yeah, I played this weekend was brutally hot, and we had a show both on Saturday and Sunday, and they were both outdoors, and it was so fucking hot.
And you thought you'd bring your heaviest guitar, huh?
Well, I mean, the one we did yesterday, it's like, okay, you know what? Like, I had played on Saturday, and my fingers were like just ripped to shit, and it's like I need something that plays really easy. So that's why I took that one. But you know what, man? I had no fucking strength in my. I couldn't bend notes at the end of it. I never. The neck was fucking hot. It was hot. It was like touching. You know what I mean? Just from the heat of the outside, I've never experienced that before. The actual neck was hot.
Mm.
It's crazy, man.
And the
Well, we
headstock
got
didn't
through.
just like wilt and fall off.
Oh,
Yeah. The Les Paul hater.
Ah.
There's nothing better, my friend. Sorry
Hey,
to
man.
say.
I have two very pretty ones. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go. See?
we
Yeah.
played some outdoor gig. I had all my guitars in cases, and I remember opening one I don't know if it helps when I do that.
Yeah.
And I looked at my fretboard, and I thought somebody had just opened it up and just splashed it with water. It's like, holy, it's like, yeah, that's not good for your neck, man. Can't, whoa, don't set it out, your black case in the hot sun, and yeah.
Well, I played an outdoor gig with snow on the ground.
Oh,
I had a tasseled leather jacket, so I wore
Nice.
that on stage, and the
I
tasseled
opened
like
my window while I was playing.
macrameed themselves into the strings.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Some people. Hey, everybody. I don't know who's watching. Just saw you guys were on. Decided to pop in. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. It's real hot here again today, but
Yeah, here
on the
too.
side.
Yeah, we got 80 degrees here.
I forgot to just turn the fan on.
78.
It's 85.
Yeah.
in Woodbridge.
Yeah, it must be at least that, Trev. I think. Let's have a look. Let's consult the little weather app here.
Which was 28 degrees Celsius for those on the metric system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
On
that's
the
about
proper
that.
system. Yeah, the one
Oh.
that's 0 and it's 0. Yeah, that one.
Right.
Let's do that one.
Well, it's a cool 84 here in Louisville.
Kind of a fan of the Kelvin scale, actually.
Yeah.
You know,
The
we show
absolute
it
zero.
with me every
Yeah,
day.
Yeah.
Kelvin. Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah,
Kelvin.
yeah.
What's the other one that starts with an R? There's another one, Kelvin, and I forget. It's like an ancient one. It started with an R.
90.
There you go.
96. Yeah.
Indeed. So who's playing what?
Well, not now. We just came
We're
on
just playing
started.
with the tables, that's all we know.
Oh,
What was that backing track you were just playing a little bit ago? I liked it. I made me
I'm
pick my
actually working
guitar up.
because, you know,
Was it your?
Rappel and the Nads doc just went.
Oh, look, he had his cheat sheet up. What were you playing?
No, that's not. That's from the video.
Oh,
Something
that's
in
your
Africa.
excuse. So which one was it there, kid?
I liked it. Sounded good.
That was the first one was the Night Groove, and then the second one was that.
Well, they're both in
Yeah.
minor. I don't know which. Whatever you played last was really good.
I just put backing tracks guitar and just start playing.
Relative to the C major. Right?
Unless it says
I have
F
no
sharp
idea.
major or something stupid like that.
Oh, you love it. You pretend they're all scary, but you just get on with it and you do all right.
As long as I have Google, give me a chord chart or yeah.
I use a different website. Chordidentifier.com or some shit.
Somebody said, "What are the shit?" Present. Stop pulling up that window.
.com.
Oh,
Somebody said, like the dots. What are the dots for? That's when you're playing rock guitar, and then the frets that don't have dots. That's for jazz. I thought it was hilarious, but I guess
that's
not.
what it sounds like when they play. They never lift their finger back.
Here's the one I use.
Huh? Oh, hold on.
Allguitarchords.com. I like getting the circle of fifths up here. You can cycle through the different modes. But you could go up here to guitar chords, guitar scales.
1, 4,
We want
5.
a pentatonic major E. Let's do it on a diagonal. Boom.
Ah,
Wait, let's start
Nice.
over here. Boom. Super, super handy.
Mm-hmm.
You got that many fingers? What is that? I don't. When I look at that, that looks like blah to me. I don't know.
I need one of those fret-like guitars.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Nobody does.
Would
Just
you
like
charge
no-
for it lighting up?
Probably.
I had one of those. This company sent me the guitar with. It already had those fret marker light things on it. It was actually pretty cool, man.
Oh, Janice snuck in. There you go.
Oh, it's a balmy 75 Wisconsin.
That's not so bad.
There's a monkey playing a Les Paul. That's gonna be a joke.
Mm-hmm. I'm
July
keeping my
4th
mouth
was
shut as much
July
as I
4th
can.
was really beautiful. July
I re-
4th wasn't.
I resemble that comment.
You resemble that.
So, Hawk, was the back line Hot Rod Deluxe or DeVille?
I was a DeVille. Oh, get this. You'll like this. So I'm looking at the head, right? Like thank God we were the first ones that day to play. So I plug into it and I notice like, why is it on channel 2? Why isn't it on channel 1? And then the guy comes over and the roadie guy or whatever comes over and we plug it in and and then we turned it on and it was just all this
Yeah.
fucking noise, right? So it
What's
turns
cool-
out it was on channel 2 because channel 1 did not work at all. And
Oh,
channel
shit.
2 was just all this noise. And then he looks at me, he goes, I guess I got the wrong one. And then he goes and pulls another one. So if we hadn't done that, was it 1, 2, 3, 4? Like, fuck. So yeah, but that's what it was. It was the deluxe. Yeah.
Hawk is like, was Quentin James here before us? Or
Now, was it a Blues Deluxe or a Hot Rod Deluxe?
I think it was a Hot Rod Deluxe. I don't even know, man. Anyways, yeah.
was it
some
black?
Fender thing. It was black. Yes.
That's every backline thinks fucking Hot Rod DeVille's or whatever.
I
or like
Yeah.
the amp to go to.
Yeah.
It's like, give me a JCM 2000 or something.
Oh
God.
yeah. Oh, that'd be the best.
That's
Yeah.
working and lurking and working.
Yeah, sorry.
Me too.
So
But
like,
I'm not
so
working.
you want a Hot Rod Fender and you want a JCM 2000. What the hell is wrong with you?
Just give it a Marshall.
Marshall.
I did this thing with the store I was working at, the last one, and we did this jam thing at this club, and there were 3 guitar players. So I'll walk up, and I'm just going to do Roadhouse Blues, right? They plugged me straight into a twin reverb. I'm like, no, hell no. Can't rip on a clean twin. Well,
That's an excellent pedal platform, Q. Where's your pedal board?
fuck your twin. I'm just not a big Fender guy, amp-wise at all. There's
Well,
Bo.
To my taste, the Blues DeVilles and Deluxes are way better than the Hot Rods.
That's true. My little Blues Junior sounds all right for pedals. I mean, it's just a little tiny thing.
Well, just
But the new one-
looking over this shoulder here, right there, is a blue Blues Junior.
Mm.
And yeah, I like Blues Juniors. There's a couple of mods that they all need, and then they sound amazing.
Well,
you amp mods
most-
too?
the most recent ones, right? The reason because I never liked them at all, because the speaker that came in was garbage, right?
Yep.
But the more recent ones, I think Mark IV or something like
Yeah.
that, they started putting Celestians in them, so now they sound really good.
Oh, they
They
put all
almost sound
sorts
like
of things
little
in them.
Marshalls,
Yeah.
you know?
Well,
Yeah,
and-
they Jensen, that's what it was. They used to put Jensens
Yeah.
in the older one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I did like the Supersonic. I did like that.
Yeah. But yeah, the Blues Junior, if you just do the twin tone stack mod and mod the bias, so it's not just frying the 84s, they're amazing. They're
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
It's surprisingly loud for a little. I mean, it's still 12-inch
Well, but
speaker, right?
and that's the difference, right? Because I mean, when I'm running my 50-watt Laney, which
Oh,
will,
shit.
be more than happy to keep up with the drummer with the master volume at like 1.5. It's like, so how
Yeah.
many watts am I actually running? 10? It's all about the cabinet moving air. That's really what
Yeah.
it's about. It's, I don't have to
I can-
dime that. The loudest I've ever had my 50-watt Laney was playing outdoors unmiked. I did turn it up to about 2 1/4. and that kept up with a Boogie 100-watt whatever thing. And yeah, no problem.
I'm the
Yeah.
kind of guy, the first thing I do is I'm going to dime it. I want to know.
Yeah.
I don't know. What's the dime? What's it going to do on 10?
Yeah, I've had two, well, not two, maybe 3 on the Blues Junior, and that pretty much
Yeah.
does it.
It's moving air. Yeah.
Yeah.
I played in like a punk tribute band back in England back in the early 90s.
No.
And I ran a PV Classic 20 through a 412,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
and just plugged straight in the Classic 20, wound up the gain, and that was my sound for the entire night. No pedals, no nothing, and yeah, it did the job, and it had no trouble keeping up with a live drummer and that sort of thing.
Here, I'll date myself. I had a PV Deuce.
There you go.
If you remember what that was, 212s.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Little brother to the Mace.
I
And the
think
bi-
it was
and
the
the-
only tube amp I might have ever had. I think. I think I had a couple tubes in it.
That was a big Skinner amp.
Yeah.
The big brother to the Bandit.
Yeah. I've got the Studio Pro 112 because it's got the push button thrash button.
Yeah. What color stripe is it?
Silver stripe.
There you go.
There was a time there a couple years ago where I had one of those Marshall DSL 1 watt
Yeah.
heads. And I put that in the 412
Yeah.
and dimed it. And it would rattle the windows.
Yeah, exactly.
Not nearly as much.
And you know what? Things
Huh?
like the little stupid Squire Bullet solid state practice amps.
Mhm.
If you put a speaker out jack on them and run them through a decent sized cab, they actually sound quite good.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes those practice amps sound like garbage is the speaker in the cabinet they're in.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
I took remember the little battery powered Marshall half stack with little 2-inch speaker, right?
Micro amp.
I took the headphone out, and wired up a cable into a 412. It actually pushed a 412.
Yeah.
Hey, so what do you guys think about trainer amps, especially the people from Canada?
Yeah.
I like them.
The old ones are brilliant.
Or
They,
Bullet. Yeah, they're like the old
Indian
beauties.
Marshall, really.
Yeah, well, and
then
and they used really good components. The Hammond transformers were always really
Trainer-
overspec'd and everything. So yeah,
Yeah,
The trick-
I have two amps from the 70s that are in mint condition, kind of like collector type stuff.
Mhm.
So I have the VoiceMate Reverb YBVM or something like 3.
Yep.
And then I've got the little T. It's got two 8-inch speakers. It's dual 8s. And it's so cool. But those are in the other room. But I've used Trainer for probably about like 10 years now. I bought it for necessity because that was when I was going through some money issues. And then, but I still have them and I love them. And it's basically like a head. And I've got the Dark Horse, the muffled and unmuffled 2x12. You can muffle it and you can unmuffle it. And
Yep.
It's got the select skins in there. And that's like mixed old Trainer with new Trainer. So I don't know. I love it. I play a lot of stuff on it, but I haven't done much on here with it. But.
yeah.
The trainers here have the older ones anyway, have the reputation, the same reputation as PV has down there, that they're diehards. They just work.
Yeah.
Throw
Well,
them down a
they can
flight of
take-
steps and they still work.
76.
Yeah, they can take
Yeah.
a beating.
Yeah. I mean, I love all the pictures of PV owners saying, yeah, we got hit by a tornado and I had to find my PV amp in the field. There it is. Yeah. I hosed the mud off and let it dry. It still works.
Remember,
There you go.
I had a what was a loaner amp, a Lab Series L7. Remember those things?
Mm-hmm.
That was a decent amp, solid state.
Yeah.
I found I've got one of those Marshall Valve State 20. I think it's got a 110-inch speaker in it. Whatever. One of my first things. If I punch into that straight into the amp with that Piper guitar that has the EMGs with the afterburner boost on it,
Mm-hmm.
it just goes. It cannot handle that much signal input.
Yeah.
Shit in its
Yeah.
pants.
It just oscillates.
But
Nice.
you put it into the tube amp, and now all of a sudden you got girth.
Yep.
It's great.
Well, you know those Marshall Origins that came
Yeah.
out
Yep.
years ago. So they made them. They made heads, and then they made combos, right?
Yep.
Well, the combos sounded like shit, all of them. I tried them all. There was a 5, a 20, I think a 50. They sounded horrible. But those heads, because I had a 50-watt head,
Mhm.
and into a 212 sounded fucking
Yeah,
glorious.
because they're a poor man's plexi.
But so the actual head was great.
Mhm.
It was the speaker in the cab that they were putting them in that sounded like
and we
shit.
see that all the time. Like you think of the early days of Line 6. They released that AX2, the first big modeling combo, and you'd sit there and like program it at low volume in your house, and it would sound amazing. And then you get it on stage and wind it up like past sort of 3 or 4, and all the programming you'd done just disappeared because the speakers and the cabinet couldn't translate it, so everything just sounded the same. It's like, you couldn't tell whether you were using a Marshall or a Vox or whatever. It didn't matter. But at low volume, they're amazing. So a buddy of mine had one. He started running it through 2 412s, just running it as a head, and it sounded deadly, no matter how loud you turned it up. So it was just shitty speakers in a shitty box.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What you drinking, Hack?
Oh, I'm still on coffee.
Yeah.
It's Camp Day Tim Hortons.
Oh, I didn't recognize the blue cup. That's why. There you go.
Is there actually a Tim Hortons in your house? Because they're everywhere up there.
Oh yeah, you can throw a rock from one to the next.
Yeah,
Which
you
is-
go inside.
Which is what you should do.
You know what you find when. You know what you find when you go inside a Tim Hortons?
Another Tim Hortons.
Another Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the one of the local ones here actually is closed until December. I'm so pleased because they had a flood and they got to completely renovate the building. So it's like, haha, one less Tim Hortons, hooray!
So where do you live? You not live in the UK? You just
No,
Me?
it's over there, about a half an hour,
No,
45 minutes.
Yeah, I'm half an hour from Trev.
I
Put
didn't
it that
know
way.
that. I didn't know that.
Where you at, Dave?
Closer to the track.
Yeah.
I've been all around Florida. I live close to what's his face, and then I've been in Colorado, but I came back to Dallas after lost whatever, and then now I'm back down, or I'm not back, but I'm down in Woodway. I got a girlfriend that lives close to. I don't know. She lives close to me, so right now we're figuring things out. And hopefully I'll be living with her pretty soon. But
So
she's
you're in
still
Texas?
Yeah, that's in Texas. Sorry, that was a long story. Used to say Texas.
Anywhere near floods, man? You guys are getting flooded.
No, that was somewhere else. But yeah, there's some rivers. But that's close to. I'm not where Austin is. I'm between Austin and Dallas. So it's just. I was tired of all the type of folks up there. Where I used to live, and I came down here and met a.
So it was the Austin area that got hit with the floods?
I hope so. They're like
Well, see,
California.
so I'm starting to think now.
Texas, okay.
Now let me just float this idea out there. I'm starting to think
Guadalupe.
that the god, whoever, whatever, sitting on a cloud up there, does not like country and blues because all the major country and blues cities have been under 10 feet of water at some point in the recent past.
Remember Nashville?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like they're trying to send a message. You guys need to shut up.
That's
Yeah,
The influx of all the hippies into heaven, right?
Take all the urban people out because that music's pretty bad too.
Are you
know?
familiar with Justin, Texas? Is that
Yeah, that's where my second wife's parents live. It's right next to the Speedway.
my great niece is there? My great niece is there. She's from Colorado, but she's actually.
So I was going to make a
getting
smart
married.
joke about that's when you're right by the border with New Mexico
New Mexico.
and you're just in Texas.
They sell weed in New Mexico.
Nah, I've never been to just.
That close to the Gulf of, what is it now?
Yeah.
So you're in Vancouver, close to Vancouver, where Trev is?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, within an hour's drive of downtown Vancouver. Yeah.
Greater
I'll be
metro area.
I'm 15 miles east of
I hope
Gettysburg,
it's not nothing like Portland, or I'd never go visit Trev.
Well, you see, the beauty of it is halfway between where Steve is and where I am is John DeShane.
Yeah. That's where the real action's at, right
Stay
there.
tuned, because coming up this weekend, we got Hippie Weekend, Summer 2025 edition.
Yep.
Long Island 2.0.
Maybe Kurt can drive up there. That's not too far from him, right?
Yakima, about 5 hours.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
not
don't
bad.
get screwed at the border. if you get screwed at the border, it could last all day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But if you're just driving through there, especially if you got one of them Nexus passes, there's a lot of people that live on one side, work on the other, or back and forth. Don't even get me started on Point Roberts.
No.
But it's a 3-hour drive for me to get to Seattle
Yeah.
proper.
Yeah. 2.5, 3 hours, depending on the traffic, right? So.
Yeah, my production at work is about 20 times slower. This is great.
What do you do, Dave?
I work for one of the biggest companies in Canada. TSX is the stock exchange up there. I work
Oh, okay.
for one of their companies, and I work from home, and it is to do with the stock exchange, but I'm not dealing with money. I'm dealing with dividends and,
Bearer bonds.
well, all kinds of stuff. But I don't touch the money. I don't tell people what to do. I'm basically like Bloomberg, but we're not AI. We're a bunch of people that do it better than AI. We have less mistakes. It's hard to explain, but it's nothing big. I mean, I'm called a data analyst, but
Hmm.
you know, and I used to work for IBM for 21 years, and I was just all kinds of stuff from operator to, you know.
Not a good day for the stock market.
Huh? No, I don't even play
Today.
the stock market.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm just looking at it. Well, we had like 4 or 5 days in a row. It was real good. Today
But
went down.
if there's a general meeting or a CEO quits or anything, I need to know all that shit, and I populate all these things on the internet, and if I make a mistake, everybody sees it. So. But
But at least you
that's
can work
about
from
it.
home. That's good.
Yeah, no, and I make less than I used to, but it's okay. But you know, I work from 11 to 11:30 to 7 each day because Canada only works 35-hour work weeks, so they let us do that too, and it's pretty cool. But it doesn't challenge me. But man, I'm like 55 coming up in November. I don't need a challenge right now. So.
Yeah, no, just want to ease back into the chair and get done what you got to do to get your paycheck, and then have some fun.
My work ethics are good, but you wouldn't think so watching me on these fucking things.
Oh no, that doesn't.
But I do want to get better at this thing and more professional. Like just jump on and play and then jump off. But when I see y'all, it feels like a party because I don't really have a bunch of friends that I hang out anymore with. You know, being 55.
It's all my friends are virtual friends. I don't have it.
Yeah, well, apparently mine are going to be like that too. So
Well,
I'm
and that's
older.
the beauty of the internet. But it is nice having Ken and John DeShane and Steve all within, this little bubble, and we can actually get together in real life every once
Hey
in
man,
a while.
I'm going down to a bar to play tonight. So there you go. It's
shit, that's cool.
yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
cool,
even know
Steve.
if I can play guitar except if I go to Guitar Center.
just deciding whether I'm taking a 6-string or a 7-string, or
That's cool.
wiggle stick or a hardtail.
What was 7-string like to go to for the first time? Was it weird or
To play live for the first time.
no? Just to
Play it.
In general.
did you play your own old stuff or did it like not work? I mean, I don't know about an extra string. I don't.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, I missed that bit.
The first question.
I
So
mean,
this seven strings are way easier to get into than you expect. With it being like an extra low string, so it's a B. So that
Or a
just means you
copy.
have an E string and a B string, both sides of the fretboard.
okay.
So I could almost.
So anything that you can play on the treble side, you can now play on the bass side.
Right.
Because I'm all over
Yeah.
it. Okay, I might like that. I might actually gravitate towards that when I get some extra money. But
I'll tell you this, I didn't care for it at all because that low B is just like flurble, flurble, flurble. That's all I hear is flurble,
In your way,
flurble,
in your way.
flurble. Yeah.
No, it isn't.
When I learn how to play on 6 strings, I'll learn how to. I'll do a 7-string, and I might might not be living that much longer.
Let's see if Hack agrees with me on the flurble,
Another line
flurble,
of
flurble.
math. Easy.
Well,
Yep.
because he's gonna agree with you no matter
Let's
what.
let's get a 7-string and let's play a drop C.
Yeah.
Well, they're already in B. Come on.
Right. Or drop A.
Yeah, drop.
See,
A.
when you say all that stuff, when you're talking about drop C, whatever, I think something like this.
drop C.
Yeah.
I think of something like this.
Yeah.
Floorball.
It sounds like a drop C on a drop C on a 6-string. I've done that before. That's what that sounds like to me.
Well, that's why I like my eight string for drop E.
Oh, dear Lord.
8-string. Let me see your palm. No.
No, I don't have big hands, but so this right here, that's my 8 string on the wall.
Oh.
So then you get an extra low string and an extra high string, or is it two
Well,
extra
you
low?
can, but it's 2 low strings is the standard. So you've got 3 open E's. Just 'cause.
I like it.
Yeah.
Just good.
Yeah.
I got an abundance of ease.
Yeah, that's all I.
You know, bass strings are like 40 to 95. You got a 90 on your 8 string.
I've only got an 84 on mine.
Well, there you go.
I like them.
I like them a little slinky. Yeah, not even slinky.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, no. When it comes to fat strings, I used to be really sympathetic when people are getting into all the grunge stuff and all that nonsense, and there was the whole like Stevie Ray Vaughan effect where they thought he played 13s but he didn't, and so I used to just kind of, I used to be very sympathetic and go, okay, I'll. Hey, is that Ryan? He must have bought a Tyler by now. Anyway, So, yeah.
What about 8s? I've tried 8s. They're okay, I guess.
Yeah. But,
I tried 8s. I couldn't do it. I mean, I play 9s normally. 8s for me were like, the guitar felt like a foreign object. I don't know how to play this thing anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it felt
I
weird.
mean, felt really weird, man. I can do 9s, I can do 10s, but 10s will kill me in no time.
Yes, they are, Ryan. Yes, they are. Put them up.
And I had 9s on everything. I don't care. Strat, Les Paul, Explorer, SG. I didn't do the, I use 10s on my Les Paul, shorter. I just had 9s on everything.
Just put 9s on everything. That's all you need.
Yeah. And tune to E flat. This E stuff is so annoying. But anyway.
I mean, that's
9s are
the
fine.
first year of my guitar journey. Because John DeShane was the E flat. There's nothing else. There's no other tuning.
There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be.
For Van Halen, it's okay.
Now I have a C sharp standard guitar.
There you go. That's more good, huh?
Because Tony Iommi.
Yeah. Well, just
I
because.
sound like him on accident. I could play a country song and I still sound like him because that's who I look.
And that's got a 10 to 52s on
I
it.
don't play country. I don't know.
I think I got to make them a little bit fatter still because I find
Yeah,
There's a bunch of heavy metal people. Not
Yeah.
country people.
I mean, I played in a band where everything was in drop C, and so DI used to make me custom sets. So they were basically 10 to 46, but throw the 46 away and replace it with a 52.
that's what's basically on
Yeah.
that Viper now for the C sharp standard. And I still find that I'm pulling it sharp with those strings and they're a little too funky. So I think I got to step it up to 56. Is that the next step?
Well, 56 is what I use for a B.
Right.
So my 7 string is 9 to 56.
Hmm.
And it's just 9 to 42.
With the
Plus the 56. The standard gauge for a 9 set 7 string is 52, and it's like a rubber band. So, yeah.
Maybe I just have to be a little more delicate.
Man, I play like, what's his name, that Phil X guy. I have to, this hand spazzes out. I think it's like, I don't know, timing, I think. If I didn't have that, I would sound like, I don't know. Anyway.
You got to do both, and then break your shoulder and just have
I
your
don't play.
You got to
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I like looking at them more than playing them, but I play.
Jesus, in the 70s.
You got to remember, like, I remember it was last whiskey weekend that I hurt my shoulder when that stupid picnic table flew me
No,
off.
that was the one before.
Was it?
Yeah,
It's
because the
only-
last ski weekend I brought my tools out and brought a bunch of long deck screws and we sorted that table out because
Oh.
you got hurt the previous whiskey weekend.
It's just got better.
Oh, wow.
We got the ratchet out and we got the wrenches going, snugged up
Yeah.
all the lug bolts in there and put a couple
Yeah.
extra deck screws into that table. She stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah, after he dislocated his shoulder.
Well, yeah, good news for the dog. Fucking all he saved the prime rib, but all the mashed potatoes went on the lawn and the dog.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, luckily, the reason why I hurt my shoulder was because I didn't want that incredibly hot food, freshly plated, to land in my lap. I did not want that.
Wow.
So my hands were busy pushing the plate away rather than stopping me hitting the floor. But there you go.
Yeah.
Priorities, right?
Do
I
y'all
didn't
record
want
this?
poached nads. You know.
Indeed. Well, and you did save the prime rib, so I mean,
Yeah. There you go.
extra
See.
point for that.
Yeah.
Mm.
There you go. That killed the conversation.
Sounds like
Okay,
something.
well then. Yeah. Poach nads. Okay, now
Yeah. Yeah. There you go.
So y'all got Whiskey Weekend coming up? Is that what y'all are talking about?
That's right.
Right? Do y'all film that or anything or no?
Wow.
Live stream it usually.
they live stream it.
Well, a good part of that isn't being streamed, Steve. We're just in the after hang rooms, if you will.
Yes.
But
Yeah, 'cause-
yeah, a good portion of it does get streamed.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm not at my girlfriend's ranch, I'll get on it here.
Right on, right
I don't
on. Yeah, I'll
party
get
there.
a
I mean,
table like I did last year and bring that other PC out with the 2 monitors. And
Mm.
I'm thinking maybe I should bring the Focusrite and spare headphones and just maybe throw the stupid mic in the thing.
Yep.
But it's only got one headphone out, and so that's only good when there's one person outside. Otherwise, it's just better to use the webcam mic, turn on echo cancellation, and we're not going to be playing outside on a stream. I am bringing the 900 and the 412 and a couple guitars and
All right.
basic pedal board. It's so much fun. 10 o'clock at night. I mean, John's on 5 acres, so you can
Yep.
just crank that thing up.
I'll bring a modeler and a 2,000 watt powered cab then.
Let's do it. Let's do
well,
it.
shit.
I'm just going to tune in about 4 hours into the stream and just sit back and go, oh, dear Lord.
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot
Oh,
of that.
boy.
These
Oh,
kids
boy.
who are only 5 years younger than you are, and I'm actually 56 now, so that's you. But yeah, they have these kids. And their whiskey and their weekend.
Yeah, well, he calls me youngster, and I'm 1 year younger than him. That's it. You
There
know.
you go. Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Q,
man.
me and,
Gotcha.
I think Q is me and Q the oldest ones then, I guess, huh?
Huck, what kind of stick you have in there, brah?
It's called a Kensui.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Alec Bradley. Yeah, pretty good.
That's it. That's all you got to say about the. Yeah.
It's halfway done.
It's in
You're supposed to
Panavision.
say, oh, thanks for asking.
Oh, thanks for asking, Q.
Because you're 61, right, Q?
Yeah.
I'm still in my 60s
I just snuck in this
for
year.
another 3 weeks.
I passed
Oh
55.
no, a month today. A month today.
Right?
My daughter's 54.
Right.
My stepdaughter.
Yeah, it's fun being an old fart.
Speak for
It's been
yourself.
40 years of
Once,
conditioning, man.
once you get past 40 and the sort of biological check engine light is on all day long, every day.
Just put a
Yeah,
piece
we
of
go for
paper on that a
checkups,
long
you-
time ago.
Yeah,
At my age-
you'll feel the same. Yeah.
At my age, when you get a checkup, you got to do a lot more bending over than you want to.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, they just do a blood test.
Boy, it makes you feel old.
So what you're saying is you drop your keys a lot? Is that what you're saying, Mitch?
Yeah. Don't play shotgun. I'll cock you.
At least you can find your keys. They're not still stuck in the front door. Oh, there they are. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, kids, I'm going to hop off here because I'm burning
right.
up time on my free StreamYards, and I just may have to go get a Taco Bell. What do you think?
What the hell?
Can't eat it. Can't do that.
Your asshole will thank you.
Oh, I better not. I get my epidural Wednesday, so I don't want to have any, any bad smelling stuff coming out when they jam them needles
Oh,
up
come
my
on.
buttocks.
That's
You
the
have to
best
go in for a
time.
bleaching before you go in, or
Huh?
a bleaching? You go in and get your anus bleached before you go in for your epidermal, or
No, but there does appear to be like some laughing when they're doing it back there, so I don't
Yeah.
know what they're.
You mean I don't have to have a long black dick? Where is this?
They're all back there. By the way,
They probably get a Sharpie and write a W on both of your cheeks so it says wow.
Hey,
You'll be around later?
once they shoot me full of fentanyl and Versed, I don't give a shit what's going on back there.
That's just
Daddy's high as
It's just another
fuck.
Wednesday night in Kentucky.
That's right, Kentucky. Yeah,
You got a pretty mouth.
I hear him back there going, "World Star, World Star."
Yep. Oh God.
Hey,
All right,
got
kids.
both hands on my shoulders.
Oh my God!
Good
All
lunch.
right. See everybody.
Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hack, Dave, leave your cable alone. Trev, thanks for coming in. And,
Cheers. Bye bye.